Hey everyone, welcome back to Learn with N. Dinashika. In today's video, we'll be comparing VLOOKUP and XLOOKUP in Excel. These are two incredibly powerful lookup functions, but each one has its own strengths. So let's break down when to use each one and why. Let's start with VLOOKUP, which stands for vertical lookup. It's been around for a long time and is one of the most commonly used Excel functions. VLOOKUP searches for a value in the first column of a table and returns a value in the same row from another column you specify. Here's an example of a basic VLOOKUP formula. Equals VLOOKUP open parenthesis, lookup value, close parenthesis, comma table array, comma column, index number, comma close bracket range, lookup close parenthesis. Lookup value is what you want to find. Table array is where you're searching for the data. Column index number is which column's value you want to return. Range lookup is either true for approximate matches or false for an exact match. Sounds simple, right? But VLOOKUP has some limitations that we'll cover in just a bit. Now let's talk about the new kid on the block, XLOOKUP. XLOOKUP was introduced in Excel 365 and Excel 2021 as a more powerful and flexible replacement for older lookup functions like VLOOKUP, XLOOKUP, and lookup. The basic syntax for XLOOKUP is equals XLOOKUP, open parenthesis, lookup value, close parenthesis, comma lookup array, comma, return array, comma, open bracket if not found, close bracket, comma, open bracket match mode, close bracket, comma, open bracket search mode, close bracket close parenthesis. Lookup value is what you're looking for. Lookup array is the column or row where the lookup value is found. Return array is the column or row from which you want to return a value. The remaining arguments allow you to handle errors, control match types, and define search modes. XLOOKUP automatically searches both vertically and horizontally, making it more versatile than VLOOKUP. Now let's get into the limitations of VLOOKUP. One of the biggest issues is that VLOOKUP can only look to the right. If your data is arranged in a way that the column you want to return data from is to the left of the lookup column, you're stuck. Another limitation is that you can't insert columns. If you insert a column between the lookup column and the return column, your VLOOKUP formula will break. You'd have to manually update the formula. And lastly, VLOOKUP can't return exact matches by default, and you need to remember to specify the true or false argument, which might cause issues if you forget it. On the other hand, XLOOKUP solves many of these problems. XLOOKUP can look both to the left and right, which gives you a lot more flexibility. You don't need to worry about column indexes like you do with VLOOKUP. XLOOKUP just needs the lookup array and the return array. No more formula breakage when you insert columns. XLOOKUP automatically adjusts when you add or remove columns. With XLOOKUP, exact matches are the default, so no need to worry about the true or false argument. It also comes with advanced features like handling errors, example not found messages, and more flexible search modes. So now the big question, when should you use VLOOKUP and when should you use XLOOKUP? Here's a quick breakdown. Use VLOOKUP if you're working in an older version of Excel, Excel 2019 or earlier, or if you're comfortable with its syntax and don't need the extra flexibility. Use XLOOKUP if you're using Excel 365 or Excel 2021 and need more flexibility. XLOOKUP is great for looking up values both vertically and horizontally, dealing with large data sets, or when you want a more intuitive function with fewer restrictions. Now, let's take a look at a quick demo to see both in action. Show an Excel sheet with a list of products and prices. I'll first use VLOOKUP to find the price of a product, and then I'll use XLOOKUP for the same task. Show the formula in Excel for both functions. As you can see, XLOOKUP is much simpler, and we don't need to worry about the column number or searching to the right. In summary, VLOOKUP is great for simpler tasks where you know exactly how your data is structured, but XLOOKUP is the clear winner if you want more flexibility and ease of use in modern Excel versions. I hope this comparison helps you decide which function to use for your next project. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more Excel tips. Thanks for